What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a fully functional lead generation website using Antigravity. So let's get started. Here is a fully functional lead generation website that I just created using Antigravity in less than an hour. Here you can see the user interface or the lead generation website here, including the pricing and the different tiers of the pricing. Which included some FAQs over here and the link to sign up. Now, to get started, all you have to do is initiate a free trial right here. Then you'll be redirected right here to sign up or sign in. You can choose to sign up using your Google account or your name and email address right here. I'm going to choose to sign in. I have already set up my account. You're going to add our email address. Click on continue and add our password right here. We're going to paste a code that will have been sent via our email. So I'll copy it and paste it right here. You can see it was a success. Then we're being redirected to our dashboard over here, where we can go ahead and scrape our leads. So here's our dashboard where we have the total number of leads that we've scraped from our account, number of runs, emails generated, and the credits used. So here you can see we have a total of 500 credits right here. And here's where we're going to outline our recent scraping runs and our credit usage analysis over here. So to scrape our leads, we're going to click on the scrape leads right here, and we can choose to scrape the leads from Google Maps, LinkedIn, or Instagram. All we have to do is add a keyword, the geographic location, and the number of leads we'd like to scrape, and then click on launch engine to scrape the leads over here. So for example, we can try scraping plumbers in Austin. Say total of, let's say, 5 plumbers. To scrape the leads, I'll click on launch right here. You can see it's triggering Amplify to scrape the leads for us. Just give it a minute or two for it to complete scraping the leads for us. You can see the scrape was successful, and we've successfully scraped these 5 plumbers from Austin. Here are the names, the phone numbers, the URL over here. This is awesome. So now if we wanted to write personalized outreach emails to send these leads, all we have to do is add our offer right here. So we can say we offer automation services to plumbers. Then here I'll click on engage intelligence to generate very personalized emails that we're going to send these leads, and you can see we successfully did that. So this is the first email for this lead. Give it a second for it to complete generating the outreach emails for each lead. So here you can see it successfully generated their personalized outreach emails that we can send these leads that we automatically scraped right here in our site. So now to export the leads with the outreach emails, I'll click on export data right here, and our data will be exported as a CSV file in Google Sheets. Here we're going to import the CSV file that we just downloaded. Click on upload. Then here we're going to drag our CSV file, and here we're going to choose. Then here I'll click on import data. Here we can see the leads that we scraped using our site. So here's their name, company title. They don't have the email addresses available, but if they had the email addresses, we'll have added the email addresses right here. Phone numbers, their website URL, source, we could scrape them from Google Maps, as you can see over here. Then here's the cold email that we generated using our site, so we can send our leads right here. The subject line. So here's the subject line, the email body right here, offering automation services. This is incredible. Now for the leads manager, here's what we're going to manage the leads that we just successfully scraped here. So these are the leads that we just scraped. So here's the name, title, contact line, and the link of the leads here. For the AI personalized, here we can choose to upload leads and generate personalized messages for the leads. Then we're going to export the leads as a CSV file here. Then on the account right here, we can choose to manage our account, maybe change our profile name, our email, or sign out here. So that is how our lead generation website works. And you can see over here, we're updating the dashboard with the live data. So we scraped a total of 15 leads, 2 runs, we've personalized 5 emails, and we've used a total of 10 credits. Right here, we're using the starter plan, and the cycle ends in April 2nd, 2026. Right here. This is incredible. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create these lead generation website automatically using Antigravity. Go ahead and download Antigravity and install it on your computer. Here is a full implementation report and the plan that we're going to use to build our lead generation website. We're going to build a high-performance SaaS platform to automate end-to-end lead generation lifecycle. This platform will allow users to scrape professional data from multiple sources and then enrich it using GPT-4, and then sync it directly to a CRM or export as a CSV. Here are the technologies that we're going to use as we build our lead generation website. Phase 1, we're going to build the foundation and the brand identity of the site. Phase 2 will be the authentication and security. Phase 3 will be the scrape intelligence engine, where we're going to integrate our site with Apify, that's going to be responsible for scraping the leads either via Google Maps, LinkedIn, or Instagram. We're also going to include the credit system. For phase 4 will be neural AI personalization. Here we're going to use OpenAI to generate personalized outreach emails for the leads. And phase 5 will be lead management and CRM sync. So here we're going to export our leads as a CSV or export the leads to CRM. And then for phase 6 will be the subscription and the payment phase. And lastly, we're going to perform an end-to-end test to see if our website will pass the health checks. This is a plan that we're going to follow as we set up our lead generation website. We're going to call it LeadForge. Now, to start building our lead generation website, in Antigravity here, we're going to start by choosing a folder from our computer that would like to store our files. In my computer, I've created a folder that I've renamed to LeadForge, and here's where we're going to add our files. So in our folder, I've created this env.local file and stored our API keys. So the API keys are the API keys for Supabase, which is our database, Apify, OpenAI, Clark, and Netlify, which is the tools that we're going to use to host our site. To start building our site, here, we're going to prompt Antigravity. I just completed transcribing all these instructions right here, Antigravity. So here we are telling Antigravity build a production-ready SaaS web application called LeadForge using these tools. Right here, all API keys and tokens are stored in the env local file. Here's what we like to use for the design of the site. Then here we are telling Antigravity to build a landing page and a dashboard with all these sections. Then here we're going to use Clark for authentication, Supabase as the database, and we'd like to include all these leads data in the base. Include the name, email, company name, source platform on the status. And then to scrape the leads, we're going to use Apify to scrape the leads. Should support Google Maps, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We're also telling the agent create an AI personalization engine via the API personalize using OpenAI. And we're going to develop a spreadsheet style dataset manager in the dashboard that mimics high performance table interface similar to Google Sheets. This is the one that we're going to store our leads. Then we're going to download the leads as a CSV file. Then we're also going to create a button that is going to be responsible for sending the leads to a CRM. We'll also like to implement an email sending system that is responsible for sending the leads the outreach emails. Then we're going to integrate Stripe for billing. So telling the agent design and enforce a credit system tied to subscription tiers. Each plan should have a defined credit limit. We're telling the agent build a high conversion landing page that includes a hero section, feature highlights and clear how it works, breakdown, pricing tier, a strong call to action section, and ensure the layout is modern, responsive, and visually engaging with smooth animations. And in the end, we'd like to perform a health check endpoint to see if our lead generation website works perfectly. Then we are concluding by telling the agent ensure the entire system is fully wired together with clean architecture and consistent data flow. All features must work seamlessly across front end and back end. The final output must include a working localhost URL, a fully functional user interface, and a stable backend with all endpoints operational. To scrape the leads using Apify, we're going to start by getting the API key from Apify and adding the API key to our env.local file. So I click on settings and click on API and integrations right here. And here we're going to copy our API token, then paste the token in the env.local file. In Apify, I'll click on Apify Store. And here we're going to search for a tool that we'd like to use to scrape the leads. So here I'll search for, you can start with Google Maps. So I'll search for Google Maps email scraper. Click on search to see if we're going to find a tool that we can use to scrape emails from Google Maps. So we can use this tool right here. So I'll click on this tool. And this is a tool that we like our site to use to scrape the leads. So we can add the data of this tool to Antigravity. I'll also open Apify documentation. Here I'll click on API reference. And here we're going to find the API that we like to call. I'm going to click on the run after synchronously with input and get dataset items. And here we're also going to copy these entire info and add it to Antigravity, instructing it to follow this data as it sets up the Apify tool that we're going to use to scrape the leads for us. So here we pasted the link and the name of the tool that we'd like to use to scrape leads from Google Maps. We also pasted the data of the actor that is going to be responsible for scraping our leads from Apify. So now everything is all set. So here we can click on send for Antigravity to begin generating our site for us. So here you can see it started by analyzing our folder, and then it went ahead and analyzed the env file to get the keys. And then it created an implementation plan over here. So this is a plan that is going to follow as it generates for us our lead generation site. So here you can see it's continuing to generate our site. So for the conversation mode, here we've chosen first. You can also choose planning where the agent plans before executing tasks. You can use this mode for deep research, complex tasks, or collaborative work. I've chosen the first mode where the agent executes tasks directly. You can use this mode for simple tasks that can be completed faster. For the model, we're choosing Gemini 3 Flash as a model. You can choose any of the models right here, like GPT 3.1 Pro, Cloud, or GPT. I've chosen Gemini 3 Flash, find it more convenient and it doesn't use a lot of tokens. So here we're going to give it a minute or so for it to complete generating our site for us. So here it successfully generated our website for us over here. This is incredible. So it took a couple of minutes. So it took maybe 3 to 5 minutes to generate our site for us. So this is all that happened in the span of 3 to 5 minutes. It also did a health check right here. And now to preview our site, all we have to do is click this link right here. So here are the key implementation details. So we did a premium design of the user interface. So it's integrated Clark, Apify, PenAI, CRM, and an email sending tool. So to set up the database, so in this case we're using Superbase right here. And for Stripe, it's waiting for the keys here. So now let's go ahead and preview our site, see exactly what it generated for us. So here you can see we experienced this error after we tried loading the link. So what I'll do here is I'll copy the error message. In Antigravity, I'll tell it I'm experiencing this error. So you can tell it I'm experiencing this error after opening the site link, and then paste the error message. And then here we're going to click on send for it to resolve our issue. So here you can see it successfully fixed our error. You can see the build and runtime errors have been successfully squashed, and here is exactly what it fixed. So now to preview our site, all we have to do is just click on this link over here. So here is the preview of the site that it just generated for us over here. This is incredible. So comparing between what we had generated previously over here, we can try and take some items I would like to include in our site. For example, we can add some FAQs here. You can also include companies that we've worked with. To a new site over here, I also like the dark color. This is incredible. We can also make the buttons work. You can see right now they're just outputting errors, and most of them do not work. So the pricing one works. It's redirecting us to the pricing section in our landing page. This is incredible. You can tell Antigravity to include some FAQs and the companies that we've worked with over here, and also tell it to make the buttons clickable to the right places. So after we click start scraping right here, we'd like to prompt a sign up or a sign in page. Then after we've signed up or signed in, we'd like to direct it to the dashboard. And then from there, we can continue configuring the dashboard. Let us tell Antigravity to make those changes. So to make those changes, I've dictated to Antigravity and told it great site. Now, all the necessary buttons are currently unclickable. Make sure they are clickable and redirect to the right page. Also on the landing page, we're telling it to include companies I've worked with and 7 relevant questions. Below it, you can add a contact us section and a place to input an email for a newsletter. And then we're also telling it after clicking on start a free trial or sign up, we'd like to redirect to a form where they're going to sign up. They're going to add their email address, the name, and the password to sign up. If they choose to sign in, they're going to click the login or the sign in button. the landing page, and then they're going to be redirected to the form where they're going to sign in, and then they're going to be redirected to the dashboard. So now let us tell Antigravity to make those changes. So here I'll click on send and allow Antigravity to make those changes. Let's give it a minute or so for it to complete making the changes and generating our site. So here you can see it completed making the changes for us. So it's telling us I've completely revamped the landing page and made sure every single button is interactive and routed correctly. Here's what it built. So it built an authentication routing page where you can get started to sign up or either sign in. So it's included the company section, FAQ section, contact us form section, and the newsletter section here. This is incredible. So to preview the changes, all you have to do is just open our site using this link right here. So here you can see it made a couple of changes. So here you can see it included the companies that we've worked with. Here the pricing section, the frequently asked questions. You can see the contact us section, and here is where they're going to subscribe to our newsletter. This is incredible. I'm pretty impressed with the landing page. It is incredible. You can also make changes to the copy, the color of the buttons, the features section, the pricing section, the contact us section, and the FAQ section right here. So you can see the questions also generated these incredible questions and answers right here. This is incredible. So now, as you can see, the buttons now they're all interactive. This is incredible. So now when we click on the dashboard, it's redirecting us to the dashboard right here. So now we wanted to sign up first before we were redirected to the dashboard. So we can tell it to do that. Also, we can so on the list section, you can see the buttons are not interactive yet. So we can tell Antigravity to make those changes. I've gone ahead and dictated to Antigravity and told it that the buttons are interactive. So after the trial button is clicked, we'd like them to be routed to the sign in or sign up form for them to sign in or sign up. Also telling Antigravity to replace the dashboard button with the login button. And then in the dashboard, in the leads page, we'd like to scrape the leads using Apify and telling it that I already gave it the credential for it to use to scrape the leads for us. We're also telling it to include another section called the leads manager where we're going to store the leads that we scraped. And there needs to be a download button where we're going to download the leads as a CSV file. In this page, after we scrape the leads, we'll also like to generate personalized outreach emails for the leads. And then we're also telling it to include another page where we're going to upload leads and then write personalized lines for the leads ready to be imported into a Google Sheet right here. So telling Antigravity to make the setting page in the dashboard functional. For Antigravity to make all these changes here, we're going to hit send and give it a second or two for it to make all those necessary changes. So you can see it's generating a response. Let's give it a minute or two for it to complete making the changes for us. here you can see it successfully made the changes that we instructed it. So it added the CSV enricher dashboard tool, bulk CSV exporting and enriched lines included, sidebar update, dashboard setting right here. This is incredible. So let us refresh our site and preview it. Now, when we open our site here, you can see it made the changes we requested it. Here, so one of the changes that we told it is that when we click this link, it should redirect us to a sign up or a sign in form. Here, same when we click over here, you can see it's redirecting us to this form where we can either sign in or sign up. If we had already created an account, or we have to just click on login right here. Then here, we're going to either sign in with our Google account or our email address and password. I'm going to click on continue right here to sign in. And now here you can see we've signed in to our dashboard right here. Obviously, this data is not really accurate right here. So now to scrape our leads, we'll need to add a new page right here that is going to be responsible for scraping the leads, where we're going to add the keyword and the location, and then go ahead and use Amplify to scrape the leads. And then after we get the leads, we're going to proceed and write personalized outreach emails that we're going to send the leads. And we choose to export these leads with their cold outreach messages. We can download the leads as a CSV file to upload into a spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and instruct Antigravity to set up a page that is going to be responsible for that. In Antigravity, I've transcribed and told it that the website works so far. So in the dashboard, we'll let include a page called Scrape Leads that is going to be responsible for scraping the leads, where we'd like to add a keyword and the location of the leads I would like to scrape. Using Amplify, we're also telling it we've given it the credentials and the actor that it's going to use to scrape the leads. So after we've scraped the leads, we'll also like the option of writing personalized outreach emails that we're going to send these leads. We'd like to include a button that is going to be responsible for downloading the leads as a CSV file, ready to add the leads in a Google Sheet. So now here, I'll click on Send for Antigravity to set up the Scrape Leads page. You can see it's generating our page. Let's give it a second for it to complete generating this page for us. So here you can see it successfully set up our scraping page. Right here, it successfully found the API, Amplify's API token in the env.local file. And then we're going to use this activities ID right here to scrape the leads right here. So now let us go ahead and try and test our website and see if we're going to successfully scrape the leads. To do that, all you have to do is just click this link to open our site. So in our dashboard here, when you click on the Find Leads button right here, it's directing us to the Scrape Leads page. We're going to add the keyword, the location, the number of leads I would like to scrape right here. So for example, we can scrape, let's say 10 restaurants. So here, I'll search for restaurants in New York. And here I'll click on Launch Scrape to scrape the leads. You can see we tried scraping 10 restaurants in New York, and it gave me this error message right here. So we're going to copy it and tell Antigravity that it's giving me this error so it can fix it. And then here we're going to tell Antigravity that it's outputting this error right here so it can fix it. So you can see it's running right here, trying to fix the error that our site is outputting. Let's give it a minute or so for it to fix the error. So here you can see it successfully fixed our 400 error. You can see over here the scrape API fixed, the credit boosted. So we wanted to boost some credit so we can be able to scrape the leads. The lead table has been synced and the personalized API has been verified right here. So let's go ahead and preview our dashboard to see if it has made the changes. You can refresh our page so to test if our scrape leads page works perfectly and it's going to scrape our leads. Here we can try adding a keyword, for example, you can try scraping dentist in Austin. We can try scraping, let's say, 5 leads. And so now to scrape the leads, I'm going to click on launch scrape right here. You can see it's scraping our leads. Just give it a minute or two for it to complete scraping our leads. That's perfect. So here you can see it successfully scraped 5 dental clinics in Austin. You can see the location right here. This is amazing. So they do not have the email or contact information available, but we successfully scraped these 5 leads using our website. So it works perfectly. So we can proceed and write personalized outreach emails that we can send these leads. To do that, I'll click on the AI personalize over here. You can see it's proceeding to create personalized outreach messages for our leads. Let's give it a minute or two for it to complete the action. So here you can see we successfully personalized our leads. You can see the status over here, they were enriched. So now we can download our leads as a CSV file and preview the leads on a spreadsheet. So to do that, I'll click on download CSV over here. You can see we successfully downloaded our leads. Let us upload the leads to a spreadsheet. I've created an empty spreadsheet right here. So let's import our leads. So we just scrapes. So here I click on upload. And I'll drag our leads right here. Here I'm going to click on import data. Here you can see we successfully imported our 5 leads over here. So here are their names. They do not have their email address available. If they had the email address available, we'll have added it right here. Company, location, their website, phone number. You can see the phone number right here. And the personalized outreach email that we generated for each lead right here. So here's the subject line and the email body of this lead. And we generated the outreach emails for each lead that we generated scripts using our website over here. This is incredible. Now on the leads manager, here's where we're going to find the leads that we just scraped. So we're going to manage the leads over here. So you can see we got some leads with their contact information already available over here. So here, if we wanted to download and export all the leads that we scraped using our site, all we have to do is click on export all CSV over here, and we're going to export all the leads that we scraped using our site. If we wanted to scrape new leads, all we have to do is just click on the new scrape right here. Then here we're going to add the keyword, choose whether we'd like to scrape leads from Google Maps, LinkedIn, or Instagram, and then choose the number of leads we'd like to scrape, and then click on launch scrape right here to scrape the leads, get the leads over here. And then to export the leads, just click on export over here. Now on the CSV enricher, we're going to upload a file with leads that would like to generate the outreach for right here. then click on personalize the 5 leads. You can see it's generating the first lines for the leads. Just give it a minute or so for it to do that. So here we uploaded our dental clinics that we scraped, and here we generated personalized first lines for the leads right here. As you can see, these are very personalized lines. So for Sunset, so our CSV enricher works perfectly. Our leads manager page works perfectly, and it's managing our leads. And the scrape leads page works perfectly, where we are scraping the leads and then generating outreach emails that we can send the leads, as you can see over here. This is incredible. Now on the settings page, here's where we're going to make changes to our profile and our billing and subscriptions plan right here. So we can choose to upgrade the plan over here or change our profile data on the dashboard right here. So we can update our dashboard with the current latest data we've performed in our site. So we can instruct Antigravity to do so. So we can tell Antigravity now update the dashboard with the current data from the site. The data must be accurate. We're going to hit send. You can see it successfully did that, and it's telling us here's what the dashboard now shows with the real live data. So it's showing the total leads, credits remaining, AI enrichments, and the leads scraped in the week. So let us preview the site and see if it's accurate. So now when we open our dashboard here, you can see we updated our dashboard with the accurate data. So we scraped a total of 45 leads this week. We have 945 credits remaining. We've enriched 10 leads, and the leads that we've scraped is in the last 7 days are 45. So we're using the starter plan right here. You can choose to upgrade to Pro, launch a new scrape, view all leads, or upload leads that I would like to generate personalized first lines for right here. So our website works perfectly. You can choose to include more pages to the website, but I think these pages are incredible and they work perfectly. This is incredible. So our lead generation website works perfectly so far. So to scrape example leads right here, so for example, we can scrape restaurants in New York. We can scrape, let's say, 5 of them, and click on, to do that, I'll click on launch scrape right here to scrape the leads. You can see it's scraping the leads for us. Let's give it a minute or so for it to complete scraping the leads for us. And here you can see we got our leads over here. Fortunately, yeah, so you scraped 5 leads for us over here. If you wanted to generate personalized outreach emails for the leads, all you have to do is just click on personalize AI right here, and it's going to proceed and generate personalized outreach emails for these leads right here. So you can see here the status changed to enriched. That means we generated personalized outreach emails for the leads. To preview the leads, just click on download CSV over here and upload the leads to a spreadsheet. So in our spreadsheet right here, and click on file, click on import, and here we're going to upload the leads that we just scraped and enriched. I'm going to choose to replace the spreadsheet and click on import data. You can see we successfully added our leads to a sheet right here. So we added their name, the email, company name, location, their website, phone number, status, and the personalized outreach email that we generated using our site right here. It's incredible. So these are the 5 leads that we enriched and generated these outreach emails for them using our site over here. So the site works perfectly. When you click on the dashboard and refresh our site, here you can see we included our leads over here. So these are the restaurants that we scraped from New York. So the total leads that we scraped this week are 50. Credits remaining are 935. We enriched 15 leads this week and scraped 50 leads over here. So if we needed to download the 50 leads, all we have to do is just go to the leads manager, and here we can download the 50 leads on our site just by clicking on export all CSV, and we're going to download the leads that we scraped using our site over here. This is incredible. So another thing that we're doing in our site, we've already connected our site to a base. The database that we're using is called Superbase. So this is the base that we're adding our leads after we've scraped them using our site. So you can see the restaurants, plumbing businesses, and dental businesses that we scraped and added to our base over here. So here we're adding the name, the email if it's available, company name, the title, the phone number, website, where we sourced them, the status, subject line, and the email body that we generated for them right here, and their location. This is incredible. So we are storing these leads in the leads table. So for the users table, these are the users that sign up to our site. So we are going to store the information right here. So we're going to store their name, email, the plan, credits used when we created them, and the credits left right here. So to connect your database to your site, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just follow the process that we've been following as we've been creating our sites. You'll need to find the keys and the project ID that we're going to share with Antigravity to create the connections. It will also tell you to copy this SQL code right here and then run it to create the connection. Then after the connection has been created, after a lead signs up or signs in, they will be stored over here on this users table. And if they scrape their leads, here's where we're going to store the leads that they scrape from our site right here. So our website works perfectly so far. The next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go back to our landing page. This is our landing page right here. Very beautiful landing page. So we're going to set up the payment system. So if we click on upgrade, we're being redirected to the settings right here to upgrade. Here we are now being redirected to a page, so we can set up the payment system using Antigravity. To do that, we're going to use Stripe. So here we're going to be testing in a sandbox. So you gotta make sure that Stripe is available in your country in order to set up the payment plan. If it's not available in your country, you can choose a different payment platform like PayPal, Payoneer, Wise, or all these other payment platforms. So we're going to use these keys right here to set up our payment methods right here. So to do that, we're going to instruct Antigravity. So in Antigravity, we're telling it, now I'd like to set up the Stripe payment method. Here's the publishable key and the secret key right here for you to set up the Stripe payments. To do that, I'll hit send right here. here. So here you can see the payment now works fully right here. So to preview and test our payment system, we're going to click this link over here, then click on upgrade on one of the plans, and then use this test card as our input and any CVC, and then complete the payment here to see if it's going to upgrade us to the plan that we have chosen. So let us test the payment system and see if it works. So I'll click this link over here to open our site. Yeah, we'd like to upgrade. Let's say we're going to upgrade to the agency plan. So I'm going to click on upgrade right here. So here we're going to add our card number, and then for the CVC, can add any number right here. Add a holder, I can say it's myself. So I'm going to add the zip over here and click on subscribe. You can see it's processing. Here you can see the payment was successful and the plan has been upgraded and the credits have been added. You can see subscribe to the agency plan. As you can see over here, we got 2,500 monthly credits. So the payment system works perfectly here. And then over here you can see our dashboard was also updated with the right data. So we scraped a total of 50 leads this week. Credits we just upgraded to the agency plan, and we got the 2,500 credits. We enriched a total of 15 leads and scraped 50 leads this week. Here's the current progress of the credits we've used. If you'd like to launch a new scrape, you can do that over here. If you'd like to view the leads we've scraped, you can view the leads over here. And if you'd like to write personalized first lines for leads, you can click over here and we'll be redirected over here to upload the list of leads I would like to generate personalized first lines for. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to change the user interface of our site. So now, to change the UI of our site, we're going to get inspirations from different website templates on platforms like Dribble. So in Dribble, you can preview an example website template that you would like to use. Site right here. We like our site to look similar to this one right here. So here we're going to copy this image and then ask Antigravity to convert our website UI to look similar to this one right here, to look like a more modern site. So in Antigravity, we're telling it, thanks, it works now. Now I'd like you to convert our UI or user interface to look similar to this one, and then we're pasting the image of the site that we just copied from Dribble, and here we're going to hit send and give it a couple of minutes for it to convert our site's UI to look similar to the image that we just pasted. Let's give it a minute or two for it to do that. So here you can see it successfully upgraded our UI to exactly what we instructed it to do. So before it had a dark black background, red accents, basic dark sections, no testimonials, generic pricing, and a dark photo. Updated it with a clean white and light gray background. It's using a lime green accent. It included social proof, a dark card, plus a lime ring on the pro plan. and a dark call to action banner and a clean footer. So now let us preview our site. So to preview the site, just click this link to open the site. Now, when we open our link here, you can see the new website that is generated for us over here. This is really incredible. You can see the beautiful, great looking website that is just generated for us over here. This is really impressive. So here it included this image right here, companies we've worked with, how it works, the features, testimonials, the pricing, the link right here to get started. This is awesome. And the website is still responsive, so here you can sign in or sign up. So if we click on start for free, since we already signed in, we're going to be routed to our dashboard, as you can see over here. And here you can see the leads that we scraped earlier from the video. So we scraped a total of 50 leads this week, got a total of 2500 credits remaining. We've enriched 15 leads and scraped 50 leads this week. If you would like to scrape leads, then here you can see the recent leads that we scraped. Right here, we scraped this restaurant from New York. You can see our current plan and the credits that we used so far. If we wanted to launch a new scrape, we have to just click over here and we'll be redirected to the scrape leads page. If you wanted to view the leads that we scraped in our site, all we have to just click on the view all leads right here and we'll be redirected to the leads manager page. And if we wanted to write personalized first lines for leads, all you have to just click on the CSV enricher and we'll be redirected over here. So when we click on the scrape leads page here, you can add the keyword, the location of the leads I would like to scrape, and then choose the number of leads I would like to scrape right here and click on launch scrape right here to scrape the leads. And then we're going to go ahead and generate personalized outreach emails for the leads. And then we can be able to export the leads as a CSV file and upload to a spreadsheet. And then when you click on the leads manager page, see we're being redirected to the leads manager page, where we can be able to export all the leads that we scraped using our tool, the CSV enricher tool page. Here we can be able to upload leads and enrich the leads by generating hyper personalized first lines for a cold outreach campaign. And lastly, on the settings page, we're able to change the data from our profile and choose the plan that we'd like to subscribe to right here. Our website looks perfect. The next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to proceed and deploy our site using Netlify. To do that, we're going to start by creating a new repo in GitHub. We're going to call it LeadForge right here. I'm going to set it to private, and here we're going to create repository. So now the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to copy this link, then head over to Antigravity and tell Antigravity to push all our files from our site to this repo using this link right here. As you can see right here, it successfully pushed all the 66 files and they are now in this repo right here. So now let's go ahead and connect Netlify to add our site by importing it from the GitHub. After creating your account in Netlify, head over to projects, and here we're going to start by clicking on add a new project. Then here we're going to click import from an existing project, and here we're going to choose GitHub. We're going to connect our GitHub to Netlify and authorize it. And see we did right here. Now this time around we're going to choose this data right here, including the name. So here's where we're going to add so here's where we're going to create the link to our site right here. And then here we're going to leave everything as this, then click on add environments variables, and here we can choose to import from an env file. So you can go to Antigravity and tell it to generate for us the env file that we're going to copy and come and paste right here. So here you can see I've told it to generate for me the env file that we're going to copy and paste to our Netlify account. Let's give it a second for it to generate the ENV documents for us. It has generated for us the ENV files, and then we're going to copy and paste it right here. So I'm not going to show you files since it has all my API keys, but you're going to paste it right here. Click on deploy site, and then you'll be redirected to this page right here, where you can see the project in progress. So here you can see we successfully deployed our site. So here you can see everything was complete. To preview our site, all you have to do is click on preview right here. Preview our site on the new link that we just created here. This is incredible. So now our site is live, and we can share it on the different social media platforms, and people will be able to access and use our site to scrape their leads. This is incredible. You can see the buttons are fully functional. Here, you can choose to sign up using your Google account or with your name, email address, and password. You can also choose to sign in if you have an account right here. So here it's going to send us a code via our email. So I'll open my inbox and copy the code right here. Then go back to our site and paste the code right here. And you can see you'll be redirected to our account over here, where we can continue scraping the leads. Over here, I'm personalizing the leads over here. Then generate personalized outreach emails for the leads using on this page. You can also go to the leads manager to get the leads that we've scraped using our site. On the CSV enricher, here we're going to upload the list of leads I would like to generate personalized fast lines for right here to send to an outreach campaign. And then on the settings here, you can pick a plan for more credits. So our site works perfectly. Our site is now live, ready to be used by anyone from the internet to scrape leads and generate personalized outreach emails for the leads. Created is a very beautiful looking website that is fully functional, that scrapes leads, then generates personalized outreach emails for the leads automatically using Antigravity. So Here it's redirecting us to our dashboard since we already logged in. So this is how I set up a fully functional lead generation website automatically using Antigravity. Now, if you'd like help setting up a fully functional website for your business or for yourself, just use the link in the description to schedule a call with me. On the call, we'll discuss into details on how I can help you set up the fully functional website for yourself. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.